My name is Alisa Rosenberg, and I am a real estate developer. I'm the Managing Director of Development for Republic Properties Corporation. We are based in Washington, D.C., and I'm responsible for executing projects on the East Coast and strategically growing our multifamily and mixed-use development pipeline for the Mid-Atlantic. Basically, what that means is I build buildings for people to live in. I realized that when I was studying architecture in undergrad, I was always drawn more to the neighborhoods around the building than the building itself. The specific design elements really never did it for me. I realized I wanted to be part of the decision-making process for being part of change in a city, for impacting a city. And I really think a developer is a major change agent in the built environment, in the places we live and work and go to restaurants. All of those places are built with developers, and the roads you drive on, the sidewalks you walk on, the schools you go to school in are often worked on collaboratively with developers. So being part of that process was always very compelling to me. There really is not such a thing as a typical day in real estate development. And that's one of the things that I really love about it. It's a lot of problem solving. One day you're really deep in design meetings and reviewing plans and choosing finishes. And the next you're in community meetings and you're talking through the intent of what you will bring to the neighborhood with different stakeholders. The next you could be in a meeting with a lender and working on underwriting or thinking about the best use for a future site. So every day is really different and dynamic. One of my favorite things about working in real estate development is that it's really creative and collaborative. I really like that it's dynamic, that every day is different, that you're working with a lot of different people, and that you're constantly working to try and make a project or a place better. There really is not one typical pathway to becoming a real estate developer. You can approach it from a lot of different angles. It can be design, architecture, engineering, finance, policy, law. But it really ends up being more of an apprenticeship at first, where you watch and support a more senior developer. So it's really important that if you want to get into development, that you find a really strong senior developer who you can work for, who will help you show you the ropes and how to go through a process. I remember for my first development job, I offered to just take out the trash so that I could just be near a group of people who I thought were really innovative and thoughtful developers. So I think that if you want to be in development, you really should not be discouraged about getting your first job, because there's a lot of paths into the industry, and you can be in tangential or adjacent industries that help give you tools. I think that strong developers are very curious, and it's a very multidisciplinary industry. So what does that mean? I think that you should go with what you are curious about and really get excited about what that is. Development is about building the world around you. So the more passionate you are about different parts of the world, the better you're going to be at development. I think you should talk to people, talk to developers, talk to an architect, talk to someone who works in the permitting office of your local government, talk to anyone who may be involved in building buildings, talk to a contractor, and ask them about the process and who the different players are, and then try and think about which of the roles that get described you want to be in.